Hi, my name is Knighton Steele. My story begins as any typical sophomore guy, boring and awkward. I grew up in a knowledgeable Christian family with 2 amazing parents and 4 awesome, really annoying siblings. I've always had a really close connection to God, just not yet a personal one. End of my sophomore year, beginning of my junior year, I gave my life to Christ with a personal relationship. I was going through a very stressful 2.5-year relationship, and I'd made some bad decisions inside of that relationship. Those bad decisions led to me hearing the names that I was called echo over and over again every time I looked at myself in the mirror. Cheater, liar, guilty, and pathetic. I lived with this for 2 years. In the midst of all this, my best friend was going through multiple types of cancer and various stages of those, as well as being hit by a car and hospitalized. I didn't know how to handle this, and so I didn't handle it at all. I realized that I was closed off. I was closed off from my family, and I was closed off from my friends. I realized that I had to surrender to Jesus, and I let him take all of it from me. I have never felt so much weight taken off of me in a single week. I could breathe again. I felt free. I felt at peace. I felt like I could give God anything that came at me with full faith that he would take care of it. I'm here to tell whoever needs to hear this that you do not have to have a 180 story. You just have to have a story. I would like to thank my family for being an ear to hear when I needed to talk. I would like to thank my small group for circling around me when my time of need. I would like to thank my 2 small group leaders, Connor Volpe and Mike Sohn, for speaking words of wisdom to me and just being my friend. I would like to thank Reed Moore for speaking words into me and saving my life. And I would like to thank Gwinnett Church for being a family, even when I thought I didn't have one. My name is Knighton Steele, and I am forever free.
These baptismals are filled with my tears. Knighton, I was just telling people backstage that these are my favorite moments as a pastor. Getting to stand here, but having been there for the journey, getting to have walked with you from the first time you showed up at Inside Out, awkward and nervous, and what do I do with my hands, and to now standing here and getting to see you own your faith and you're a leader now. It's incredible. And so thank you. Thanks for letting me be a part of this. So proud of you. There are some things that you said in your story, though, that I think we all need to pay attention to. The first thing is that you said, I grew up around faith. I grew up in faith, but it was never personal to me. And something that all of us need to hear is that there's a difference between knowing about Jesus and knowing Jesus personally and having a relationship. And what you need to know is that God doesn't want you to just study him as a subject. He wants you to know him and to walk with him. And that's where the good stuff is. Information about Jesus can be inspirational, but knowing Jesus personally is transformational. And so that's the offer on the table for each and every one of us, is to know God personally and to have a relationship with him. And so thanks for reminding us about that. And then the second thing that you said is you don't have to have a crazy story to have a story that God has impacted. And I think that that's an encouragement. There's a lot of us here today, and maybe we grew up around the things of God and we've lived a pretty good life, moral, but then we think, oh, well, that's not a story worth sharing. And so you've been teetering on the edge of stepping into baptism or something like that, and you haven't taken that step because you thought, well, I didn't go crazy with my life. And I love what you said. You don't have to have that 180 story. You just have to have a story. And what you need to hear today is that you've got a story, and every story matters to God. And so thank you for that encouragement. Thank you for sharing your story about what Jesus has been doing in you. And thank you for letting me stand here and be a part of it. This is my why of why I do this. So yeah. Now, Knighton, based on your public profession of faith, it's my honor, my joy, and my privilege to baptize you in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit.